Basketball Talk Pro. I'd like to start by just giving you a little information. This past weekend I went to Springfield, Massachusetts and was a part of the Hall of Fame inductions with a number of people, and of course one of them was Maurice, who was, played for me for 4 years. It's very impressive, and the building, the Hall of Fame building itself, if you haven't been there sometime in your life, you should get there. I had never been there until this trip, and it's really outstanding. It will really humble you when you see it all together, and the people that have been involved in basketball through the years. It's worth your time. If you want to be in basketball for any length of time, make it a point to get out there. You'll be well rewarded. And as far as the event was concerned, I think the thing that impressed me the most was the talks by the various people who were being inducted. There were 3 or 4 players, and then also 2 players from the WNBA that made it, and they were very impressive. But the one thing that ran through all of them was this: somewhere along the way, they had some real problems, some real detergents to their chance of success to become a player that would get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And they overcame it. I think every one of them spoke to that. The importance of striving through all of the trouble and all of the work. And the work was definitely a part of every one of them. You can watch those talks, by the way. Just go to Google Hall of Fame and have them show you the 2018. You'll hear the talks. It's well worth your time. It shows you. It was an honor to have a player in the Hall of Fame. Not many coaches get that and have a chance for that. But as I sat there and thought about that, I thought, every coach has got that chance. Build yourself around the idea that you can help a player reach greatness. Don't build it around yourself or build it around the number of wins and everything you have, but bring somebody to greatness. That's really a wonderful thing, and I think if you ever do it. So what I'm trying to get across to you is they worked hard to get there, but you have to work hard to help them get there. That's important in our profession. Well, today we're on the next step, and it's defense. And I want to mention to you that at the end we'll have the list of drills, not drills, but videos that talk about defense, and there'll be 20 of them. I try to. There's a lot more, but I try to kind of bring it down to a fact where it isn't quite so clumsy. And we'll let you run it without talk for about a minute. You can take a picture, copy it, or stop it and copy it. But I think you should have an idea of some of these drills. They're just sitting there for you. And so, take your time and take a look at that. Well, when it comes to defense, I just have some very simple things to say, and one of them is on that sheet of paper here. I feel that and I've named them, there's 3 pillars of defense. 3 things that if you can do them well, takes care of almost all your other problems. You don't need a lot of schemes if you can do these things well. And on the other hand, if you do have a lot of schemes and you don't have these three things worked in a big part of your defense, your schemes won't work either. It depends on, these three things are very important to the success, not only of your defense, but your offense and your team. Well, the very first one is, and I will never have it any different, it's always going to be number one for me, is control penetration. Controlling penetration has a tremendous impact on your defense. If you can do that, you erase many problems that you would have to really scurry around to solve. One of them, just for an example, one of them is the three-point shot. You want a defense, the three-point shot, stop penetration, control penetration. There's other things too, and I've been trying to show you those, and I have showed you films of even in the NBA Finals, how they could get broke down. Well, I don't have the numbers on this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Most uncontested three-point shots come from penetration. Somebody drives, somebody pulls off, pass out, he's got an uncontested shot. Now let's go back to that chart I showed you. Three-point shots shoot a high percentage, it's around 60-some% when they're uncontested. It drops to 30% when they are contested. So what you're seeing when you see guys making three-point shots, generally, it's because they got a pass out because the defense was scrambling around trying to stop a penetration. You stop penetration, I think you'll see your success against three-point shooting increases dramatically. Penetration just it disturbs you in every way. The other thing it does, it causes you to scramble. It just works that way. When you scramble, you're weak. And you're weak for three-point shots, you're weak for a lot of things in there. The second one is contest shots. Contesting shots, without any doubt, and we've proven it with large numbers, contesting shots brings down their shooting percentage. And shooting percentage, lower per shooting percentage, provides you with more defensive rebounds that allow you to run more of your fast breaks, which is the defensive rebound possession is the second best possession you can have and very close to the first. Those two outnumber all the other possessions by a lot. So contesting shots is the one way you can have defensive rebounds. And the third one is rebound. You got to make a miss, but you got to also get the rebound. Otherwise, it's no good. In our day and age, I don't know how much it holds true in high school or in college. Pretty much in the higher level of colleges, it holds true. Now, teams are just going back on defense when after they take a shot. They make no effort to rebound. I think that is very, very wrong. You're allowing defensive rebounds in order to stop a fast break, and you aren't going to stop it anyway by going back. You can stop it best by getting the offensive rebound and put it in the basket. That's the best way. So those three things are a powerful offensive tool, and I write that right here. They make your offense. They give you the good shots. They get you the uncontested shots. But you have to make them miss. And you do that by controlling penetration and contesting shots, and then the third element of getting defensive rebounds. It'll change your game. If you're having trouble on your offense, take a look at your defense. Chances are you're not getting the ball in the right way from their offense. Chances are you're getting it with the ball going through the basket, either on a free throw or field goals. So by strengthening and really making your defense strong, you make your offense better. It just follows. One of the things about your defense that I want to warn you again, and I've warned you for 5 years, your defense must be done so that you can contain your positions and not get out of scramble. You can do that if you learn how to do it, have the drive personally with your team to do it. When you don't get scrambled a lot, you're going to be pretty tough to score on. When you're set, you are a much better defense. Here's another aspect of it. No matter what happens on your defense, you're going to be in a position where their play or their structure breaks down. It happens probably about 80% of the time when you're on defense. Now you're playing against a different animal because now they don't know what they're doing, so you don't know what they're going to do. All of a sudden, you have to play defense completely different because you don't know, because it's just playing against freelance. The Monk offense for us improves our defense considerably because we practice against the third element, what I call the third element, every day in practice. And so we get very used to it, and it just tends to improve your defense. I've said this for years and years, because we are unpredictable in our offensive play, our defense learns how to handle that, learns how to make the reactions, learns to anticipate, becomes comfortable with it. So, when you look at it, it's all one. It's all one. Offense or defense or third element. It's interdependent on each other. Everything is in basketball, more than any other sport, because of the nature of changing offense to defense and defense to offense. All those 7 possessions possibilities change constantly. But if you are good at one, say defense, it's going to help you be good at offense, and it's going to cut down the number of times that you're playing in the third element. You can just keep going on this, and I have personally, and you're dependent on the other two, no matter what part of the game you're in. But now I'm going to take you now to the videos. As I told you before, there's 20 of them, and I want you to see them. I want you to get used to using them, really. That's what I really would like you to do. So at this time I'm going to go to that list we talk very little in it, and it just sits there silently, so you got plenty of time to get the information you need, but also go beyond that list. There's all kinds of videos on defense. And when we get into drills, there's all kinds of drills, both defensively and offensively and fast break. Take advantage of it. You really have a real pot of gold for you as a coach. You should be the kind of coach that says, you know, I'm having a little problem with this. Go to the videos, find the videos that apply. I'll guarantee you they're in there, and look through them. And maybe there's nothing that comes on the video that can directly help you, but it may give you some ideas that you can help yourself. Well, we'll go to the videos now, and we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. Okay, there are 20 items on this, just as we have had the last time. Just too many under defense and offense, and the drills are, the next one, drills, is even worse. To put them, you'd have to use 2 or 3 sheets. So I narrow it down to about 20. They're in no particular order, though. They're just whatever time thing they came up on, I just put them in there. So now I'll let you have about a minute to either take pictures or do what you wanna. You can stop it, but you should know these. Go ahead.